Hi Cancer, how is everybody doing? I'd like to get this started by setting the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. All right, Cancer, what's going on for you? Some of you guys may be getting some good news. I was getting Cancer. Not sure what you're waiting for, but it may be something that you were hoping for that's going to come through for you, okay? Thank you for being here. I'm very happy to meet you guys here, Cancer. I'm seeing that we're being guided to be in a place where we are steadying ourselves, maybe after a disappointment. But I'm getting that we're remaining strong with something, okay? Embracing the way we feel and also not allowing it to overwhelm us. Transforming the disappointment by moving to a calm space. We may have been in a situation where we didn't like the way that things were turning out or what was happening, something like that. I'm also getting the word regret, okay? And I'm seeing us moving, transitioning across the water into a place that we feel like maintains a sense of peace, serenity. Learning to alchemize. I'm seeing us getting grounded, kind of getting in a place where we're orienting ourselves, where we're realizing something that we want, and I'm seeing us moving into a space then where we begin manifesting what this thing is after having time to think about it. It's like we needed a rest from something to reorient ourselves, and then we move into a place where we're ready to manifest what we want. And I'm looking right at a wish fulfillment. Something that somebody may be coming towards us, communicating. Maybe we're using our throat chakra for this, and I'm seeing that something has come true for us that we feel very happy about, okay? This can have to do with something regarding the money, meeting a goal in our physical reality. This can have to do with the home, something along those lines. Money, home. It's like something that you've been waiting for is finally coming through. And because you've remained, I'm getting the word patient, okay? Patient, and also kind of like managed ourselves within this disappointment. There's something good that's coming at the end of this. This was a lesson to ground and to kind of relax. Really be patient and know that we don't have control over everything, and that the universe also has a part in the things that we manifest as well. Maybe a lesson in regard as well to what it's going to take to start some sort of new venture. And also get to a place where we're transcending the things that worry us, things that could have been hurting us as well. Because we may have felt like whatever new journey that we've embarked upon is something like stressful, like I'm getting a strain on the heart, okay? And I'm seeing that we're being guided to really learn how to rein in the way that we're feeling, in a way that we're not acting impulsively, and we're kind of riding the wave. And I'm seeing that in the end, Cancer, you're transitioning to a place where there's this fulfillment that comes through about something you've been wanting, something you manifested, something you wished for. It's like you meet this goal, and I'm seeing you coming out in the energy of the Empress. This means being in a place where you feel empowered, where you feel in touch with your ideas, creativities, motivations, you feel fruitful, okay? This can also mean for some that it can allude to a pregnancy. It doesn't always have to be literal. Remember, we're reading for how many people here, so you just take what applies and leave what doesn't. All right. And I'm seeing that also learning how to, I'm hearing mine the field, learning how to mine the field as far as places where you can step that are going to explode, so to speak, in regard to your heart. It's like this journey may have a lot of like, I'm getting something about mine holes, something like that, okay? And it's like you have to be careful about where you step, and also know that if you step on something and things kind of blow up, that it's really just reorganizing to your benefit. So even if things don't go as expected or exactly how you want them to go, we're being guided to get in a place where we're keeping our heart chakra open and really embracing the changes and the things that are going on, even if it's not how we expect it to go, okay? I'm getting trust in the process. He's kind of staring at this cup over here. This cup is about something that we are graced with, whether it has to do with love, it can be the skills that we maintain, and it looks like we're kind of planting seeds to do something in relation to our skill set, something that we want to share with others, I'm getting. We also may be hoping for some sort of offer to come through for us as well, planting the seeds for that. Hoping for reciprocity. Maybe from another human that's going to enter into our lives. It's almost like we get into this place where I'm getting something going backwards for us, okay? I don't know if maybe we're starting back at the drawing board with something. I'm getting kind of that vibe. It's like you get in touch with your creativity, with your intuition, all of that, and starting from a very pure place with the goal of finding reciprocity, right? Because I'm seeing like this goal is about this this card is about generosity, reciprocity. It can be about charity, and there are these little coins that are coming down, and they almost look like little seeds. And this card is very much about balance, okay? Exchanging energy that's balanced. And I'm seeing that as the seeds that we've planted now. And it's like we're kind of waiting for this thing to bloom, this thing to come to fruition, and it's something very much divine and very in alignment with our goals and our abilities as well, and again, what we want to be sharing with others. Even if we don't know where exactly this is going to lead us. So I'm getting that with our ideas, we may have been going back and forth with something, like not sure which parts of our skill set we wanted to embark upon in regard to this new dynamic project, whatever we're engaging in. And I'm seeing that Spirit is kind of helping us out with picking what we want to go with, what we want to choose, what we want to decide to plant. Because Spirit's kind of like, here, you want to plant these seeds over here, and this is how what you want it in the end is going to come to fruition, right? Because I'm seeing that when we follow the guidance that we're being given by our higher selves, our spirit guides, spirit, whatever you label your guidance as, something then comes to fruition that that we've been planning for, that we've been waiting for. And this is something, I'm getting this notion strongly, this is something that we solely are responsible for, because I'm seeing it very much like an independent energy that's manifesting this. So I'm getting like very autonomously trying to sort this out for ourselves, okay, Cancer? Like, you did this all on your own. And it's your ideas and your power, your energy that you want to give to this that's giving you the assistance here, I'm seeing. And any guidance that you choose to allow to guide you as well. I'm looking at double Aquarius here. In the last spread, I'm looking at Scorpio and Saturn. In this spread, I'm looking at Taurus and Aquarius and Virgo. I'm seeing us looking within and seeing that judgment is being called on something that in the past we had been feeling some confusion about. Maybe again about all of the options that we had. I'm getting something about options we were resorting to. Interesting. Resorting to. Maybe we're really picking something out, again, as far as something that we want to pursue, because there may have been options that we felt confused by because of all of the different avenues that we could be exploring. And maybe we were having a harder time going with something more difficult. However, I'm seeing that in the end, we're leaving behind whatever confusion this is, because I'm seeing that we're kind of being bumped into a new place. Like a new cycle that we're moving into, because judgment is being called, which means that whatever you have that's meant to move with you into this new cycle is going to come with you. And whatever options were, I'm getting the term weak, so whatever wasn't going to be a strong seed to be planting that was going to be fruitful for us kind of gets left behind in the last cycle, okay? Otherwise, we would be taking on too much. It's like, I'm getting this vibe where it was really important for us to pick something specific and stick to it. Even though it may be somewhat of a grueling process for us. I'm also looking at Pluto in the spread, which speaks about, Pluto is Scorpio's planet. So it speaks about a transformation. It speaks about things changing, about shedding of skin. And I'm seeing us preparing to release something. I'm also getting releasing a line. Maybe something with a product. And I'm seeing that since moving away from not knowing which direction we were wanting to go, feeling confused about that, since leaving that behind, we walk into a place where we're able to release the things that needed to be released, and holding on to the resources and working for the resources to gather them, collect them, hold on to them. And I'm seeing that there's a celebration. Because of this transition that we're making, this is something celebrated. In our close relationships, our close dynamics, I'm also looking at spirit guides. I'm seeing us holding on to the people that we feel like we have these strong connections with emotionally. Maybe even realizing that there are certain connections that we have with people that we're ready to release, and ones that we want to hold on to. Because I'm seeing our intuition kind of giving us the nod towards what we're ready to let go of and what we want to maintain as well, so as not to overwhelm us. This is too strongly about really developing our personal boundaries, which I'm seeing that this is something psychologically that's going to help us reach a place where we're feeling better emotionally speaking. It's like you feel alleviated because I'm seeing like there's a big release that we're moving through, and psychologically there's something that we're being guided to tackle, okay? Which is going to move us into a place where I'm getting like a feeling lighter, okay, Cancer? I'm seeing us also walking away from situations where there may be an air of gossip, okay? And I'm seeing your subconscious and your intuition kind of being like, okay, it's time to let this thing go. And maybe those around you that had been watching you in your process are still kind of observing what you're doing, but I'm seeing you choosing to be brave and really go on whatever venture this is. It's like choosing to pursue this thing that you feel on a soul level called towards, regardless of the speak around you, and also releasing things that don't feel supportive to us, things that don't elevate us, things that instill doubt rather than courage. Releasing dynamics that we have with people that are not in alignment with our best interest. It's like when we feel like we're collaborating, exchanging ideas, what have you, with people that don't want to see you grow and don't want to see you doing well, or are instilling fear. Regardless of whether this is on purpose or not, we're able to get the vibe of that. We're able to pick that up, Cancer. And I'm seeing that we're being guided to release that. And maybe we have already. It just depends on where we are in the timeline, my friends. But I'm seeing that there's an acknowledgement that there may have been people, someone, this can always be ourselves, that we were working with that was kind of a voice of fear, a voice of doubt. And I'm seeing that we're very much being guided to release that in order to continue on our journey and continue gaining this strength of our abilities and our energy and what we can do, how we can perform, and really believing in ourselves. And this may be something too deeply subconscious, like that little voice in the back of your head that tells you like you're not going to make it or you're not good enough. Like really getting a rein on that, recognizing it, and kind of reordering, reframing the things that are going on in our heads. Because I'm seeing us looking within and understanding the times when maybe we had self-sabotage because we were not being patient, or we didn't believe in ourselves, or we didn't feel worth spending the time on the things that we cared about. And I'm seeing us really moving into a place where we are working really diligently with this, okay? And I'm getting to that as we move to a place where we recognize our shadow in this regard, that we're also able to recognize the shadow in others as well. So it's like in kind of mastering our shadow and understanding the negative self-talk and reframing that, we're also able to see when others are engaging in negative self-talk and understanding as well how that's going to affect us in the long run. I'm just looking at Pisces over here in this spread. Okay, we're going to run through this one more time, Cancer. Cancer, I'm looking at your energy popping out, overcoming the obstacles. We may be getting assistance with this, Cancer. This is our card. It represents having obstacles that we are learning to overcome and stepping into a victory. And I'm seeing that we may be getting some assistance, maybe from the people around us that that are supporting us. I'm getting the phrase, it takes a village. And I'm looking at there being an illumination of a test that we're going through. Maybe awakening to this fact. I'm getting like that awareness is our friend in regard to what we're going through right now. And I'm seeing judgment being called on the seeds that we're planting, which means that, and because I'm looking at the chariot at the top, it means that we're going to be transitioning now into a new cycle, and whatever seeds you have been planting, whatever you've been manifesting, it's kind of going to level up now, Cancer. And I'm getting this overall sense of us feeling empowered about these things that we're doing, what we're pursuing, okay? And I'm seeing that, I'm getting the phrase spirit has a hand in where we're being guided. It's like this, it's kind of like when we're on the water, right? This reminds me of like Cape Cod and Nantucket and whatnot. It's like you're on the water and stuff, and you see the light from the lighthouse. That's the beacon that you're meant to follow and head towards to get to the shore. And I'm kind of seeing that as spirit being like, there may be like little trails of signs or validation that we're finding that kind of confirms that we're on the right path. And I'm really seeing something like that going on. It's like you're on the water trying to row this boat, figuring out where you want to go, like where the right spot is, like where you're being guided, what's going to be in alignment. And I'm seeing spirit kind of being like, come over here, and pulling you over, like guiding you over to where you're meant to be. Okay, so I'm seeing that we've overcome obstacles. Judgment is being called in regard to a collaboration that we had, okay? I'm seeing that we're getting assistance by the things that we're manifesting, and we're also moving into a place where we are stepping it up in regard to work. We may be becoming our own boss with something. We may be getting some kind of upgrade in regard to our job, something like that, okay? But I'm seeing us put on like a very professional front in an authentic way, right? That has to do with the job that we're doing, okay? It's like we've graduated to some type of level that we've been looking to reach. And I'm seeing that the sun is kind of shining now on the direction. It's like the blueprint being laid out on the map of where we're heading, where we're being guided to go. And I'm seeing that there's a wish come true that's at the end. It's like when you get to the shore, this thing that you've been hoping for is going to be right there waiting to greet you. I'm looking at Cancer, I'm looking at the Sun, I'm looking at Pluto, I'm looking at Taurus. And I'm seeing that there's a karmic test, something that we're going through right now, something that's absolutely guided, like spirit guiding you to really dig your feet in the ground and stand tall with the things that you're manifesting. And I'm seeing that spirit has guided you to begin this new venture, this venture that you've been working on, something that you're pursuing that is really backed by you, because I'm seeing so much individual autonomous energy here, Cancer. This is like you did this all on your own. You're doing this all on your own, as far as the things being motivated by your ideas, by your originality, by your creativity, by innately what you have to share. And I'm seeing that this is really the green light, the go ahead, and encouragement for you to continue doing whatever this thing is that you're pursuing. And a congratulations, because it looks like you're doing very well with this. Even if you're feeling that voice sometimes that's kind of doubtful, it's like when you really tune in and you are able to get to a place where you drop the ego and you just listen to your guides and get into that calm space, it's being confirmed that you're exactly where you're meant to be, Cancer. All right, we are going to leave it there, Cancer. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for being here. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye, Cancer.